Are any of you psychos going to push it right off the bat, even if we can drop people?
It's a
It's a
neutral.
rolling neutral start.
Yeah.
No, I mean
neutral
after
start.
the neutral. 'Cause we'll still have lots of Titans to go, or Tempest to go after the neutral, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it will naturally break a bit there. So.
Okay.
I don't think I'll be dropping anyone on a BMX.
I'm on the atomic cruiser, so I'm self-sabotaging. So yeah.
Are we supposed to be on a BMX?
It depends on your rank.
Depends on your ranking.
There was some bike guidance published for like a mini handicap.
That's what happens.
You're supposed to be on the Zwift Carbon frame, Tim.
Okay.
The I'm on the Platinum was the Zwift Carbon.
On it.
Yeah, don't make it harder for yourself. The Titan is coming your way.
Elves Presley, I love it.
That's a great point about the reindeer only working one night of the year.
Yeah.
They'll be a lot fresher than us, so we'll get our excuses in early.
But it's funny how it says wives instead of elves.
Yeah. Oh, autocorrect there. First time in a very long time I've not worn a coalition jersey in a race.
Yeah.
I haven't changed mine in like a year.
All right, like a heads up, I feel there will be a surprise attack, probably direct on the line. People will come with speed before they're crossing the line. And then as soon as they cross the line, they carry that speed into the, let's say, legal race area. So don't be surprised if you have to search.
All right.
Yeah, there'll be a few people dropping a sprint, I reckon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
wait
I
till
will
we get
place
to the
myself a
hill
little bit
for
from the back.
ride-ons.
Are you streaming at you, Chris?
Say that again.
I do.
Oh, sorry.
I think there are two Chris's here. Chris, Chris streaming too. I think Chris, you might stream too.
Yeah, I'm recording.
3 of them.
Yeah.
Everything is recorded and will be used against you.
Yeah. Any evidence may be used in court against you. Well, I can see I was going to say I can see an SL8, but that could well be a correct leveled rider. So we shall save the
I'm on
evidence.
an SL8, but I'm only a silver, so I think I wasn't allowed to do that.
Yeah, you're good.
You're good. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if Swift still has that error when you enter with the wrong frame. It doesn't change the avatar or the bike. Sometimes
I think
that
that's what
happens
happened
too.
to me. Yeah. I joined in an SL8.
Somebody's still on their coalition jersey too, but again, it might have been the same thing.
So many people who I don't know who they are, so like Blitzen. Could be anybody.
Yeah.
No idea who that might be.
Oh, why am I on the front? That's a bad idea.
Right on.
Well, if you look on Swift Power, it sees like your aliases, what you've changed your name to. There'll be all sorts going on after this now.
Okay, get ready for the start here.
Yeah.
Good luck, everyone. Have some fun.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, Elves.
And a sprinty new year.
Off on the shelf.
Wow.
What a ridiculous animation on the BMX ice.
It will come down. It will come down. Don't worry, guys. For the front group, just try to stay in the draft until we hit the oasis. Maybe there will be some pace change again. Don't forget to smile, guys. Don't forget to smile. It's Christmas.
Not sure if it's a smile or a grimace at this point.
Yeah. Never heard this for Christmas before.
I had a little bit too much mulled wine, so that's why I'm like slingering a little bit in front here.
You always cycle faster after a drink anyway.
Yeah, just put a little bit of Irish cream in your bidon. It's fine.
Little bump coming up.
I'll try to pull a little bit, Allie, if you want. I think there's about 2 or maybe 3 reindeer that are just holding onto our wheels. I'm busy.
Do we know which team the person in the coalition jersey is currently chasing the leader?
He's in a reindeer top for me, so.
Okay.
I'll come in late.
I think because he's closing the gap, I feel he's on the red team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Just guessing. The pace is pretty high for a single or like a 2-man breakaway, so maybe save your matches for the Rams.
Yeah, I'm trying just to make it more fun.
Yeah, 100%. You go for it if you want. We can poke the bear a little bit, but
Don't wake him up.
How do you reckon there are more reds or greens in the first group?
There's more reds in the first group, I think. It looks like more greens are off the back.
So guys, hold the back. Make sure that you beat that one red. A red reindeer.
James is coming to catch me. Love it. What a diesel.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What's up? It's Christmas.
This is what?
Okay, last minute before we hit into the ramp.
So the next power up, we will have on the top, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Correct.
That's the
Sometimes there is a power up. Yeah, sometimes there's a power up under like that stone arch, but I haven't seen it in many events.
Yeah, it's unlikely. So that might be the last remaining power up.
Yeah. So keep your power up as you have it, maybe, and fire it up if you need to. So rollers, titans, that kind of thing. Okay, spin the legs one last time. Maybe let's approach this ramp here as we match their numbers.
Yeah, I agree. And if we see someone is attacking, we can shout out.
Yeah. Just control the pace in the front. Here we go. Somebody's coming from behind.
That's one of ours.
One of ours.
Okay, we good.
Yeah, but it will cause the chase. So be ready.
One of them just threw a feather. Must be hurting. A couple of them.
No, nobody's in the red yet. Okay, not the next 30 seconds are going to be a little bit painful here. That little climb. All right, get ready for it.
I think I'm gonna, Allie, see if I can
Alright. As expected, I am not feeling so good. So, I'm going to ride and attempt to somewhat commentate on the race. The race split straight away from the start, and it has split a little bit again once we've gotten to bottom of the first part of the Titans rollers. Front group currently 23 strong, and perhaps if we try and take a look as to how many jerseys it looks like there are. Looks like 11 red and 12 green, so pretty closely matched. But the last ladder race we had in Scotland, this was the same. I think it was a even split in the front group, and then one group just got the better finish. So, see how it unfolds here. We are rolling down towards effectively the start of the KOM. Not yet the steepest part. This part's easily draftable for all, so quite important to save energy here. Often the last kick up to the top of the Titans climb is the hardest part. Expect maybe to see another split or two form there potentially. So let's see how the front group's rolling at the minute. See how it's going behind. Little group forming here, about 4 people, not quite all together. Let's see, we have one in no man's land. Fortunately, may get caught by a group of 3 rolling behind that. And it looks like we've got a big group behind, 9 altogether. And possibly a couple more splits behind that too, including myself now. So let's have a look to the front. We are hitting the bottom of Titans proper, shall we call it. See how this unfolds. Who should we watch? Let's watch Rob. Have we got a breakaway? It looks like we have. Looks like Chris has gone off the front. All for the YouTube. Lighting it up. And currently on his own. 5-second gap. Great heli shot through the trees. As we can see, absolutely nothing. One green jersey out in the front on his own. Scott from Cadmium chasing him down on what looks like a BMX, which that is complete and utter self-sabotage. So fantastic from Scott, putting out 5.5 watts a kilo and not closing the gap to Chris, who is doing 3.5. So just goes to show you the effects that the rolling resistance has there. Oh, this looks like a very funky bike. Look at that. That might be bike of the day. Very, very retro. All right, let's cut back to the action. Looks like Chris has dropped back to the group. So it was all for the cameras. Hanging on to the back of the front group now. 16, it has splintered a little bit. We can see here there is a little group forming behind 6 people according to source. It all looks like reindeers, so you would expect the elves now to put on some hurt to try and put the reindeers under pressure. Now getting towards the top here, Helicam zooms out. Looks like about 9 elves in the front group, which means there's 6 reindeer. We'll do a recount over the top and see where we stand. It is stringing out at the back as well. With that gap that the elves have got, you would think potentially it may start to, although it is the reindeer driving the front now, has Blitzen, head of the reindeer, driving the sleigh and driving the race from the front. Comes Chris again chasing down. Maybe it wasn't just for the cameras before. I have just realised I've been commentating for the last 5 minutes with my mic muted. Hopefully showing some of the action. Classic rookie error. Clearly not switched on and at the races today, hence dropping out. But yeah, so as we've seen, the front group is split again. Now it looks like 14 riders according to source. Really close, fairly even actually, in terms of numbers. We'll have a little gander. I think that's 6 red shirts in the front, so 8 elves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's the 6th. So yeah, 8 elves and 6 reindeer in the front group. Coming towards the bottom of the climb now. Possibly now that gap is formed, and there is 2 elves chasing as well, so you would think really the elves would potentially back it off here with the bigger numbers and 2 of their own chasing behind. As you see, there's a group of reindeer back here all together. Yeah, 6 reindeer all together, so taking in turns to pull the sleigh, trying to close some gaps. And as you see here, 2 elves together, although splitting up ever so slightly there. back to the front group. Let's see how this plays out. This finish comes up fast once you get over the top of Titans and you go halfway down that descent and there's the kicker. The finish really does come up fast. It's a fast downhill. Not a lot happening. Maybe a couple of attacks going. One reindeer going off the front. Who is it? Who is going with a Hail Mary? It is Dave G. Let's see what he can do here. Over 400 watts being put out at the front. 5 watts a kilo. Some big moves coming from the Elves behind. Wow, Chris is lighting it up again for the cameras. And he does have a gap. And the group behind is out of the draft, so it's going to be all down to the reindeer again. A good move from the Elves, a nice counter. It's going to make the reindeer have to chase. That group looks like it might be splitting up again. There's looks like possibly one dropping off the back. The Elves don't want to shoot themselves in the foot and give up positions here. But this is forcing the reindeer to work. Here we go, that's being bridged. See. Back into the group. .5 to go. Kicking off at the front again by the looks of it. A gap is just being formed. Perhaps the Elves are happy to let this one go. Yeah, that gap is going. Are the reindeer going to try and shut it down? Let's have a look. Reindeer sensing an opportunity here. Possibly one going off the front, one blocking. It's going to be up to the Elves to counter. See what they can do. Reindeer are just... Is that a reindeer on the front of the front group? Yep. And a reindeer on the front of the second group. Under 2Ks to go. If I was the reindeer, I'd be letting that go, tying up 1 or 2 here. Unless, as we see, you know that there can be a bridge coming. Mackie's gone. 2 more Elves going. 3 Elves, 4 Elves, another reindeer. All stretching out again. We watch from the back, from the view of blitzing on a BMX. A sentence you'll probably never hear in any other sport or life. It's super stretched out here. You can see how much the handicap of the bikes really comes into effect with the BMX at the back of the group there. Scott, I can't pronounce your last name, I apologise, but fantastic on a mountain bike up at the front of the race. Animating things now as well, putting out 5 watts a kilo, and it is still super stretched at the front. Reindeer not giving up. One chaser from the Elves. Using that is a very good use of a draft van to close that gap. From Kyle Maloney. And again, stretching out behind. The the mountain bike reindeer chasing down. Who's going to go along? 800 meters to the finish. Let's see who's going to have the finishing sprint here. I personally would be saving it. We all know when it's a big group, it kicks off long before your sprinters want to go. Who saved the power-ups? An aero or a draft van would be very handy in a sprint. Any non-sprinters going long, it might kick off here. No, sitting in a tiny bit longer. Feather's been dropped. Here we go, who's going to drop some big numbers? There's one. Let's see what we're getting. This might be the winning sprint, let's have a look. 11 watts a kilo. Anyone drafted behind going to take it? This might go to the line. Here comes the reindeer. Is it going to win? Is there a flyer from the back? There is. Here comes Chris Cook for the Elves. And the dig in from the reindeer again at the end. Wow, that is close. That is going to be super close. I have no idea who's taking the win. That was super close finish. A photo finish. Who got the sleigh over the line first, the Elves or the Reindeers? Chasing pack behind here. 2 Elves together. In fact, 1 Elf just up the road as well, so that group splintered throughout the race and towards the end. This group of Reindeers, 15 seconds to those couple of spare riders there. That was a great effort and a great finish from the front. It didn't go as long as I thought, but here we go. Group of Reindeers are going to sprint it out for some pride. Who's going to be Santa's favourite reindeer? It looks like Bukowski. 900 watts, over 900 watts in the sprint. Trance are coming with a long range effort from the back, but it's not enough. Down to the next group. Donna Ballock, reindeer. Standard James Ballock in the wrong kit. That is not the first time that's happened. A few riders just grouped up together here. It's like Smashley trying to close a gap to this group in front. Are they going to sprint it out in front? Santa Claus himself for the Elves with the draft van. Wow, that's a big sprint, 11 watts a kilo. Here we go. No response from any of the reindeer in that group. And that looks like that may be a winner in that group. Indeed, it is. Reposition does count for the Elves v Reindeer ladder match, as in any standard ladder match. Smashley bringing it home there, and to the group behind of 8 with 750 metres to go now. Let's have a look, view from the back of this group. There's a long range attack going, although that draft van may go to waste out in the front on its own. There's some response there from 3 of the reindeer. Let's have a look. Is this long range move going to go to the line? There is 1 reindeer draft in there, maybe about to shoot past. There's some orange numbers flying up behind. Some fire socks in behind as well. Let's have a look. A few hundred metres to the line. The reindeer there happy to draft. Is this going to be another flying attack from an elf? It is. There it is. Orange numbers. Any response from behind? 13, 14 watts per kilo. Flashing up briefly there. That is going to be a winning sprint by the looks. With an elf chasing, a reindeer on the wheel. Another elf, reindeer. That group gets more points for their respective teams. Giving some airtime to those riders in, sadly, in no riders land. It is a lonely place to be when you're on your own, but we said before, every point counts, and that heart rate there in the top left corner of the screen, 187, you know someone is trying hard if that is a heart rate towards the end of a race. Good to see the effort from everyone. Another couple of riders coming, finishing their shift for Santa. Do we have any more groups behind? Doesn't look like we do. But my Zwift leaderboard is playing up slightly. This could be a catch here. Let's have a look. This looks like a long-range effort to catch. Reindeer on reindeer. This might come very close to the line here. Let's see, it is going to come close to the line. There is some steering going on. Steer right, steer right, steer right. Just not getting the catch at the end there. Couple more riders to come in. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 riders in front of myself on the road, so last 100 metre for another elf. Pam Thomas, I believe that is. And yeah, as we said before, all these positions do matter for the score at the end of the day, and there is quite a lot of elves all grouped up here at the end together, so that may come into play with them, even though the elves had more in the front group, with them having more riders in the back and therefore scoring fewer points. That may affect the overall outcome of the race, so we shall see. This evening, this morning, this afternoon, wherever you are, will be final score posted. See who is Santa's favourite helpers, the elves or the reindeer. So, 2 riders grouping up here, quite sensibly so, I imagine. Not sure how long they have been riding together, but probably a sensible thing to do. Share some of the workload. And a lovely festive green Tron bike. Can we get a better look at that? Lovely. Second best bike to the yellow Zwift Steel bike with the red disc. Oh, it looked very retro, very festive. Although I may well have been on mute when I was talking about that. Well, and a sprint here. Wow, over 1,000, 1,200 watts there. Wow, huge sprint. Oh, that is the kind of sprint that... And look at that cadence as well. 1, 3, 4. Fantastic. The last couple of riders to come in. Final minute of the race for our 2 remaining riders on the road. Well, 3 if you count myself. I am much further behind. Every point matters. Every little battle matters. There we go, 1 more rider over the line. Final rider now. And there we go. Great riding, great racing from all. Hope a lot of fun was had. I have 3 kilometers to go, and will not bore anyone watching this far into the video with any more sufficiently subpar commentary, but yeah, I will say thanks everyone who raced. Looks like we got 46 in the end, which a few last minute dropouts, that's to be expected. It's that time of year when, you know, these things, family and festivity, all family and festivity takes precedence over our fun little stupid hobbies like Zwift racing and ladder racing, but this is great fun. Hopefully we'll have some more of these big club events in the new year. So, 2.5 Ks for me to go. Man, this bike is so slow. In fact, I might, seems though it doesn't affect the race anymore, might actually gain some valuable time on another frame. Currently trying to upgrade. Yeah. Right, I'm going to ride into the line, and yeah, then we'll see the finishing results. So quiet for the next 5 minutes or so, whilst I just zone to it to the line. Then we'll have a browse down the results for anyone that's still watching. If you want to skip ahead, you know, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, maybe 4 minutes. I'll have a quick look at the results. All right. There we go. So, here's the results. That in with less than 1/10 of a second, half a tenth in it at the front. Chris Cock with Racecraft YouTube. He was lighting the race up earlier on, and rightly so. He ended up taking the victory with a brilliantly timed sprint. Just in front of Blitzen, Reindeer. Not 100% certain who that is. Oops. So, and 2 Elves. That's Colin Mandy, Ed Hems of the Traxel Terrors. I haven't actually. I can scroll everyone. Reindeer, Elves, Reindeer, Reindeer, Elves, 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 Reindeer, Reindeer, Elves, 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 Reindeer, 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 Elves, Reindeer, Reindeer, Elves. Yeah, this is going to be pretty close, I think. Just judging by the split. You know, quite. It looks like at the front, Elves have 3 of the top 4. And there's more Reindeers just behind. So, but yeah, great effort from everybody. Hope everybody enjoyed the race. We shall have a look at the results. Get them published soon. I think last time it was when it was Flamingos v Doves. The Doves took the race by quite a chunk. So we'll see how close it was. And the teams were quite evenly split on Velo. So yeah, 46 people. I think that's more than we had last time. I think it was in the 30s last time we raced. So good to see everyone having a bit of fun, coming together as a club and as a team, getting all our individual teams together. Yeah, some great racing from everyone, some great riding. Hopefully everyone had a nice, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, however long it took anyone. And yeah, wish everyone a fantastic Christmas, Happy New Year, happy holidays. And yeah, let's go with more ladder racing in the new year for the coalition. Thanks for watching, everyone.